Hey y'all. Hit the like button on your way in. I don't know why I didn't play my music. Let me play some music real quick while y'all come on in here.
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame, a past we simply let fade. Oh, but I don't close the door, waiting a chance for when we'll be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still in love with you. You make me feel amazing when I'm next to you. You make me feel so crazy.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What is going on? Y'all know I did not even want to come talk to y'all about no damn Ready to Love, because Ready to Love has wore me down to the ground. Okay, like we when the season ends. Okay, that's it. Because at the end of the season has to end. It has to end. We have to stop. We have to let it go. Let it go. Okay. See, tell these people it's the time is up. Your time is up. Okay. I don't care anymore. They gave us part 2 of the reunion. They could have kept it. They could have kept it. I don't understand. What was the purpose? We did absolutely nothing. I am extremely disappointed at Tommy. I am extremely disappointed at Own Network, the production team. I'm extremely disappointed with the men. I am just extremely disappointed with some of the women. I am just extremely disappointed. I am. Okay. I want to start off with production because I really feel like they're letting us down big time. They're letting us down big time because I feel like they are really pushing right. Because at the end of the day got to end. That's how I feel. At the end of the season got to end. That is it. Okay. Production really let us down. No, you know what? Let me go back. Let's start with Tommy because I feel like Tommy is not he's no good for the reunion. I said it. I like Tommy when it comes to, like, his pizzazz during the season. You know how he pops up on his boats and he's like, hey, y'all, yeah. You know, all that good stuff, the TV stuff. It's cute. It's entertaining. We like Nephew Tommy, right? But when I say, like, for the reunion, Tommy act like he didn't watch the show with us. He act like he don't even know these people. He doesn't ask the questions that need to be asked. It's like he doesn't even understand what's happening in a moment, and it's very, very disappointing. If they were going to give us this part 2 of the reunion, we should have been able to get some closure somewhere in the part 2. Like, if y'all wasn't going to give us anything of substance, then why not let Tommy dig deeper? Why not allow these people to really express themselves and tell their stories? It's like, even when they get into these arguments or and passions of, expressing how they feel, it's just like, okay, well, you got that out, move on. I am like, it's so superficial. And you want to know what made me realize it is that when I was watching Married at First Sight, right? I was watching the reunion with Kevin Frazier, and you can tell that Kevin was involved. Okay, Kevin was calling them people out left and right. He was like, "Oh no," because I watched the show. I know what happened. So y'all all set this up. So this was all a lie. Because if y'all would have did the process the way the process is supposed to be working, then none of this would be going how it is, right? I mean, he was in it. Like, he was in the middle of it. And I feel like Tommy just be sitting there. just sitting there with his cue cards or his thing in his ear, reading off the teleprompter, whatever the case may be, and literally just going like, okay, so tell me about it. It's like, uh, we need something more. We need to dig deeper. We need something. I hate to say it because I like Tommy. I really, really do. But he is not helping us in the reunion space. He is not. We need somebody else. We need somebody else. Even when the men are sitting there talking, or when the women are talking, it's like I don't know. I don't know. I was talking to Dylinder, Tracy TV earlier, and she was just telling me about how they set the show up, about how like Black people are looking for love and things like that, and how Tommy said he was going to coach and help navigate these people. And I'm sitting here like, who? Tommy's supposed to be coaching and navigating and helping people navigate. I don't see it. I'm not getting it. The most we get is when they go to Tommy and say, I want to leave. And he's like, okay. That's it. Like, I don't get it. The way we sat there and we let Lamar be a creep for fun. And it's like, ha ha ha, cool. The way we glossed over the whole situation that happened with Jonathan pissed me off. And this is why I'm still mad at Alexis, because if Alexis would have been there to tell her story, we could have really addressed it and got into it. And the thing is, Jonathan did not learn his lesson, because Jonathan once again has no consequences. Because even after he did what he did and he apologized to her, there was no consequences. He got to stay on the show. He got to come to the reunion. He got to sit there and say, I said I'm sorry. And people don't learn when there's no consequences. Even when I was watching, what is that, Little Black Book channel, and they were talking about how, like, Jonathan just seemed like he's really sincere and he's sorry and da-da-da-da-da, and he's a good person. Let me tell you something. You can be a good person and still make a bad decision. And whenever you're a good person and make a bad decision, you still have to have the consequences. If you are a good person and you assault somebody, you still have to deal with the consequences of the assault. Just because you're a good person doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And if you ask me, somebody who does something like that is not a good person, so it is what it is. But since really made it seem like it was nothing, we just gonna go ahead and just let it be like it was nothing. It's disgusting. The men have done this over and over again. It's like almost every season we get in these creepy men, we get in these weird men, we get in all these like just weird energy. And it's like, why? It's like, I understand we're grown. I understand we're going to talk about sex. I understand that that's going to be, a thing. That's not the issue. The issue is it's done distasteful. It's done in a way where it's disrespectful. And that's the issue. We are literally crossing people's boundaries and we're acting like it's absolutely nothing. Exactly. Right, T? Tommy never holds them accountable. We're literally just sitting there and it's like, oh, okay. And I don't even know like what the accountability would look like, because I don't know what it would look like. The accountability to me would be, soon as you do something like that, you need to go home. You need to be escorted out. You need to be escorted off the process. And that should be your consequence. So now you know, oh, this is really bad. Everyone sucked it up to frat behavior, and that's dangerous, and that is so dangerous, and that's the problem with men. That is the problem with men, because they put it to frat behavior. It's not acceptable. I don't care. It's not acceptable. Frat behavior, nothing. That's literally giving men a pass to be creepy. That sounds crazy. Tell me that don't sound crazy. It's literally giving men a pass to be creepy because it's frat behavior. Nah. I ain't rolling with it. And I don't understand why they don't get it. Production on TV needs to do a better job, because you let someone like Lamar come up there who's very, very open about how he is with, women. The same thing. What's the man name? Fabrice. Fabrice was the same way. It's like, it's distasteful. It's distasteful, and it's just not done right. And then when people say, oh, I don't want you to cross the boundary, we sitting there now I gotta explain to you why I don't want you to cross the boundary. You sit here gaslighting me, telling me that it wasn't sexual when God knows it was sexual. Even the example you gave was sexual. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing over and over. And let me tell you something about Alonzo, because Alonzo was on Crystal's channel and he was talking about how I guess what happened was I don't know. Let me not even go into it because I got all over the place. But from what it seems like, it just seems like things was happening, and I guess towards the end or in the process, homegirl was like kind of over it, or she felt like, you know, he was doing too much, whatever the case may be. No means no. I don't care if we're in the middle of having sex. If we're having sex and I say stop and I say no, the end. Stop. It's that simple. So when I hear things like that and I see how you try to gaslight, when I see how you try to gaslight Koshia and make it seem like you wasn't trying to be sexual, it's crazy. It's crazy. Then you got Chaz talking about he's engaged. He's engaged to get married. Sir, the reunion, they was like, how long we been out the process? Three months. And this man's engaged, talking about it was somebody that I was talking to before, but she wanted me to go ahead through this process. And now we decided to just do it. Miss me with the bullshit. Because Chaz, you're effed up, I think, probably just the most. You want to know why? Because from what it seems like, from the way everything's been going, it made it seem like you and Vanessa had an intimate relationship. And if you had an intimate relationship with that girl, knowing damn well that you had somebody else at home that you was also being intimate and in a relationship with, and knowing damn well that you wasn't going to pick Vanessa because she don't even like dogs, and knowing damn well that you came up here with the intention not to even find love, because technically you already had love, so much so that you got engaged by the reunion. And you want us to sit here and believe it and eat it up and be like, yes, Chaz was really looking for love. He was ready. Miss me with the bullshit. And you got the nerve to want to sue somebody, child. Bye. I don't know what she said, so I can't get into the logistics of it all. But what I'm saying is, it's giving corny. It's giving corny to the top tier. It's giving coward. It's giving clown. It's giving sassy. It's giving who raised you? Child. And people were talking about LaRon, and LaRon was sneaky. But I don't even think he was as bad as anything else of what was going on out there, okay? Nowhere is bad. And I will say this, if you want your girl, like you say you want your girl, then you should have spoke up, LaRon, and said what you needed to say about to Maya right then in front of everybody else. You did everything else on that screen. You should have said what you wanted to say. If that was, I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry, or whatever, you should have did that. You don't get the chance to shoot your shot again at someone that you want to be with and say absolutely nothing. It's I was sitting here like, what is the purpose of this reunion? Like, did we need it? Nah, I don't think so. We could have kept it. I don't even remember what happened half the time. Like, I really cannot even run it down to y'all, like what happened besides the little bits and pieces that I'm giving it to y'all right now, because I didn't care enough to take the notes when I watched it, because I was like, okay, I could do with or without this. It just makes me so upset when I see so many people go into this process, and it's like, there are some genuine people, and then there are some not genuine people. Now, let me tell you something. I have no problem with cast members who say, oh, yes, I did come up there looking for love. And in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to promote my business. Because let me tell you something. If I ever got on any TV show, no matter what the reality is, I'm still going to promote myself. And that's perfectly fine. But it's literally getting to the point where we're not even promoting, we're not even looking for love. We're literally just solely there for promotion and playing the game of staying to the end. Just sitting there playing the game and stay to the end. Like, we have to, I don't know what they need to do, but something has to change. I don't know if they need to do a different background check on these people. We could start at stop scouting people. Let's start there. Let's start with stop scouting people, because obviously the people y'all scouting ain't really looking for love. They can't be really looking for love. And I just thought about it. What woman would say to their man, yeah, go ahead and go on that show and date them with other women and see if you can find love with them, and I'll sit at home and wait for you. Child. I, yeah, don't eliminate the first night. That too. Like, I just feel like this is like all over the place. And then I'm sitting there and I'm just so confused because Vanessa been dating Dominique from the very beginning all the way to the end. So, girl, why the heck was you so pressed about Chaz? You should have left that man in the dust and forgot his whole entire name. You couldn't pay me to talk about that man after this season. You couldn't even pay me to talk about this man during that season. I would have been over there talking about Dom the whole time. Because that's who she was. Are they still dating? I wonder if they still dating. We'll have to see. I think she's doing an interview soon, so we'll find out if they're still dating. Mika and Justin, they kind of cute though. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, let me tell you something, because y'all know I was saying it's a good time, not a long time. But I would love for them to go for a long time. I would love it. I think it seems genuine. It seems happy, and they still together to this day, and it's been what, like a year or so. So I mean, if they going strong, let them go strong. I'm here for the love of it all. It's the most unexpected love, I say that much, but I'm definitely here for it. I wonder if they still together. Yeah, that would be nice to know. And I always thought Dom should have found love with somebody. I really did. Okay, maybe he was playing me too. I don't know. But I always felt like he should have found love with somebody. And Chad's face when she said that was, okay. And then come to find out that, what's her name? What's that girl name? Patrice was dating. Who was Patrice dating? Y'all, who was Patrice dating? William. Patrice was still dating William. I was like, that's interesting. They was talking about, because Patrice, let me tell you something, girl. How you go ahead and pick that daggone Alonzo and get a key to his place while you was still dating William? But you rolled up on that bitch. They probably stopped talking around that time, and then she probably picked back up. But I think that's interesting. I think that's so interesting how the women just slid in there that they was still dating these men like it wasn't nothing. Y'all caught that? Because I was sitting here like, y'all not slick. I see y'all. And I don't blame them, because everybody else is in there acting a damn fool. This one got girlfriends. This one got boyfriends. This one got and fiancés and everything. So I don't know. I think, honestly, this has to be. I know we say this every year, right? I know we say this every year, but yeah, this the year. This the year where I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, this is bad. This is really bad, because I don't like the way, I just don't like the way this season went out. I don't like the way this season went out. The men did way too much for me this season. And I don't know if I'm being biased. Y'all, let me know if I'm being biased, because maybe I'm just used to women doing the most. So that when men do it, it's just like, it's giving housewives. Like, you want to be on the housewives or what? Like, you want to be, what are we doing here? Like, it's giving feminine energy. It's giving catty, you know? And I don't know if I'm just used to that from the women, so that when the men do it, it really stands out to me. But it's really, this cast was the messiest, most inappropriate, and ghetto cast, and mainly the men. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, we haven't really even heard so much about the women, but the men went on a campaign smear against all the women. And that's usually what the women do. Well, according to them, they went on a radio show and they said that the men on this cast was ugly. And that's the only, and half of us never even heard of the radio show, but they wanted to jump in front of the devil and get on the internet and start acting crazy. And it didn't benefit them none, if you ask me. Um, yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed in the whole situation. This season, I feel like it's getting worse and worse. And it's becoming more and more unauthentic, and it's being even more noticeable. They still not feeding folks. Well, according to Mika came into the chat on my video about Alexis, and she said that they did have food. So I was like, well, I don't know what to believe. Is Alexis lying about them not having no food too? Because Mika said they had a whole like a whole spread upstairs. So I'm saying like I don't know what to believe at this point. I just don't know. Okay, everybody got a story to tell. It just is what it is. I don't have it in me to be breaking down these people and their life stories. Okay, I want Tommy to go. He needs someone that's gonna dig deep when we need it. And that's the thing. It doesn't even have to be deep. It just has to make sense. Like, go with what they're talking about. Don't neglect the whole conversation of what we're talking about to jump to a different conversation. It's just like we just talk about something and it's like move on. It's like we're not even, and I say that all the time, like Tommy's not in the moment. I need Tommy to be in the moment, because if he's in the moment, then he can really see, he can really hear, he can really digest and talk and, get both parties involved. If we're going to do a two-part reunion, why not spend some time really getting down to the bottom of things? What's the point of the reunion? And then when you watch the digital exclusive and you have April calling Lamar a bum, it's like, why y'all didn't put that on the screen? If we wasn't going to dig deep into Jonathan assaulting old girl, and we wasn't going to really get in anything out of Lamar about the way he behaved, why did we even talk about it? We could have literally talked about so many other things. Yes. And it's so crazy how this season, even like with Married at First Sight and Ready to Love, it's like everybody's just lying. The whole cast over there on Married at First Sight is they came together as a collective to not stay married. I said, y'all got to stop playing with me today. And so I'm just sitting here like, what is happening? What's going on with TV? It's like people realize that they could go on TV and act a fool, and they waste no time doing it. They waste no time doing it. Yes, they did the same thing with Habibi. Exactly. And then they let that man get up there and play a saxophone. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all literally let these men play in these women's face. This whole reunion was pointless. They literally could have not gave us this. I honestly feel like it was pointless. They could have gave us this in maybe like an hour and 15 minutes. We could have wrapped this all up, but hey, they didn't. They wanted to give us a two-part, to just skate over all the issues, to not really get to the bottom of anything. We just act like Alexis left. We didn't even really get into like what happened with Alexis. Like there was no, I feel like we picked up in this awkward area. We didn't even pick up where it was like, you know, where we address anything with Alexis. We just was like, this is what I mean by in the moment. I feel like sometimes we need to be able to act and stop acting like nothing happened when something happened. And I really wish that Alexis would have composed herself so that we could have had her side of what how she felt with Jonathan. But she probably would have protected him anyway, because that's what she did the whole season. You said now Lamar do have issues, but calling him a bum was sort of rude. Let's listen to it. Let's see. I ain't gonna play it because what they do. Oh, we'll go ahead and copyright your video in a minute. Let me see. Child, let me not say too much Beyonce because I don't want them trying to And before I find that video, and the whole thing with Glenn, it's like y'all really tried it. Y'all really effing tried it with Glenn. What was the purpose? This is what I'm saying. What was the reason? Somebody remind me to get that meme when they be like, what was the reason? Because I need to know. Like, why? Let me see. Glenn. Okay, well, here we go. Yeah, because they had brought Glenn there for no reason. Poor Glenn. I'm starting to think he really did just not want to get fined. Talk about something he dated Koshia's cousin, man.
All right. Hey, good night, my man. Nice to meet y'all.
I told y'all Glenn exists.
He's for real, okay?
The process to find love is a marathon, not a sprint. But unfortunately, a few of our singles barely made it out of the starting blocks and were eliminated first. Take a look.
I could walk into a room and just the confidence itself, he can get their attention. Well.
Hi. When the Monte first entered.
Okay, let me fast forward that part because I don't care. Nah, I don't care, but I really don't. Okay.
Yes.
Come on.
What's going on, Doc?
You look good, by the way.
Appreciate you.
All right. Have you ever been compared to the Nutcracker?
I have never been compared to a cartoon character or action figure or things of that. So there's a acquired taste for everybody.
Right.
So in regards to that statement, I wasn't intimidated. In fact, it probably made me put together something more crazier. Just for
Trish, how you doing down there?
Amazing.
Since the mixer that you attended only had 4 men, is there someone from the other mixer that you wish you could have mingled with?
No.
No?
Good for you, Patricia. Patricia got up out of there because ain't no way. All right, let me see.
Have you found love? You think you found that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We're still out here.
Okay. So, April, do you think you were misunderstood?
Absolutely. Lamar said I literally ran down my entire resume. I don't lead with credentials. I don't lead with what I wear, what I drive, where I live. Like, I'm a very genuine, authentic person, and I am still very ready to love.
Let me ask you this. What would you do differently now about your approach to this whole journey?
I don't think I would change anything because I present it as my...
Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. Lamar is. What was the purpose of lying? I mean, laughing. That's how much they lied, child. What was the purpose of laughing? She's sitting there saying she wouldn't change anything. This kid. We're surrounded by grown ass men. This man is old as hell, acting like a child. Even LeBron was like, "Come on now. If LeBron gotta check you, you know you a clown."
Sorry. I'm sorry. April, stay right here.
I'm very secure in who I am. So would I change anything about me entering this process? No, because I genuinely came into this process wanting to find love. But does it change my perspective and outlook on still pursuing love? It does not, because I know it's there.
Okay. She's still living her best life.
Mm-hmm. If you're just not my person, you're not my person.
Thank you.
Now I will throw some shade.
Oh, hell.
I will throw shade. And I will do it again.
Look at Dominique.
If I'm the bum,
Yes.
you should have called me a bum in my face.
Bum.
Nah, that wasn't rude. I'm sorry. Because Lamar act like he was big and bad, okay? Because she said, well, I will throw some shade. He was like, well, if I'm the bum, then you should call me a bum to my face. And she said, bum? I thought he was about to do something because he acted like he was about to do something, but he ain't do nothing. Let me go ahead and play this.
Yeah, I ain't no bum. So here's the thing. I just said that you gave a lot about your resume, but you called someone a bum. Was not one bum in this studio.
She pointed at him.
One bum on this cast.
That's true. That's true.
Oh.
Before we got to that, and you guys were sitting at the table, what I caught that seemed to be a hiccup was How long were you?
And you see what I mean? How Tommy's not in the moment because they're talking about her calling him a bum. And he goes back to what happened at the table. No, Tommy, live in the moment. Live in the moment. April, what made you call that man a bum? Well, I called him a bum because he said such and such, da 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 da. Okay, like give us something. It's like we literally go from one topic to the next topic to the next topic, and it's like like in the middle of sentences, like literally, it just be just like that. Bum had him triggered. Yes, was this unair footage? Yes, it's the own exclusive on the own channel. Let me see. Let me see what else happened on this.
In your last relationship?
Mhm.
I mean, that's a common question to ask somebody, right?
I don't like so many direct questions so fast, and maybe that was me. So I would change some things if I did it again. If I probably would have answered the question at the time. But you don't talk about people.
If it doesn't work, it don't work. But let's let it not work with respect.
With respect.
Correct. But
Right.
we are also going to acknowledge the disrespect that was thrown here as well. He was like, "Oh, you're dismissed," and yelled at me as I walked off. So you're fueling the fire.
No, I didn't. I dismissed you and I walked away.
You dismissed me. You don't even have teeth on the side.
You gonna do that?
Oh man.
Buy me one.
No, get your mama to buy you one. That's who you stay with.
Ooh, wait. Wait, she told that man he don't even have a tooth on the side. He said, buy me one. And she said, get your mama to buy you one because that's who you live with. Is that why she called him a bum? Child, what is happening? They need to give April a spinoff because she was quick with it. They need to put her on somebody's show because Homegirl was quick with the shade. Oh my God, wait.
She said your mama? Dang, she said about the mama. Don't come for
Are
me
you serious?
unless I sit for
I
you.
stay with
Don't
my
do
mama.
that.
This is what we do with them?
No, we're not.
We're not doing that.
Please don't.
It was all fun and games till we got on that couch.
Child. Ooh. Is this what we doing, Tommy? No, we not doing that. That's exactly what y'all was doing because I watched it. April said she was going to say what she had to say. How can they not air this? This is what I'm saying. They said they gave us a part 2 of nothing. Why was this not on the actual TV? Because this should be on the TV. I'm just sitting here like this would add to the craziness from the first half, okay? Because child, when I say April read that man down, she read that man down, okay? She practiced that. She had to have practiced that. I don't know, but Lamar ain't got no teeth on the side. And Lamar started it. He did start it. He was like, oh child. He said, no, I dismissed you. She said, you dismissed me? Oh child. They should have put that on TV. This is what I'm saying. They always miss the mark. They missed the mark. They could have kept Glenn and gave us this scene. How long was this scene? This was 6 minutes and this was 7 minutes and 16 seconds. They could have put this on the TV and took away some of the other crap that we was looking at. Oh, that is so funny. I want to watch it again. Y'all will watch it again later, though. I ain't going to do that to y'all, but dang. Hold on. Let me see if there's any other ones up here that I missed. Okay, I don't think I see nothing. But I don't know, y'all. I just really feel like we're supposed to be having, as far as I'm concerned, they're doing Philly, and I think they're casting another state. So it seems like we might have 2 more seasons coming. I just hope they do better. I hope they really do a good job at like finding decent men and decent women. At least give us some type of connections. You know, I'm fine with a little bit of drama. I'm fine with a little bit of crazy. I'm fine with all of that. But there has to be a balance. And I feel like this season, there was no balance. Usually we have a balance, you know, and I feel like with this, it was just full on outright, just craziness. Detroit. Okay, so they're doing Philly and Detroit. Yeah, so I saw a casting for Philly and then I saw a casting for Detroit. So that's two cities. And if they're doing those 2 cities, if they're looking for casting, then that means that we should at least be getting 2 more seasons, I would assume, right? That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. But I don't know, y'all. This episode we really could have did we really could have did without, but I really think that it's time for them to revamp some things. I think that we could keep Tommy for the theatrics of it all. Because Tommy's entertaining. I think he's a staple for the show, but I really think that maybe we should add someone else in the mix, especially for I think all right, let me pitch it real quick. If we could have a woman in the ladies lounge, a man in the men's lounge, and then when they do the reunion, have someone have Tommy and maybe a lady to go ahead and hash it out. Remember the season when Tommy was out sick because Tommy and we found out later that Tommy had cancer, and they let that lady, I can't remember that lady's name, but she hosted it, and we all was like, yes, we need her to host the show. We need her to host all the reunions. What was that lady's name? We need to bring her back. Y'all remember that season? Because we all was like, girl, yes, this is what we need. What was her name? And I feel like she always be doing reunions. So that's her thing. She wasn't good for Make a Move though. Was that her for the Egypt? Was it Egypt? No, it wasn't Tanika. I don't think it was Tanika. Which one's Tanika? It might have been Tanika Ray. It might have been Tanika. Yes. Okay. Tanika Ray was. Y'all didn't like her on the right Make a Move. Tanika. Okay. Tanika's not the therapist though, right? What's the therapist's name from Make a Move? Oh yeah, okay, with the big pretty hair. Yes, okay, then that's Tanika. Okay, that was her. They should bring her back. She did good for that reunion that season. Whatever season that was, she did a good job. And I was like, yeah, they need to bring her back. So maybe we do need to switch up the reunion. Didn't like her either. You didn't like her on Make a Move? I'm trying to remember the reunion for Make a Move. Child, that was a whole mess. Oh my god, that was a whole mess. But I feel like that season she did for Ready to Love, we all was in it because she let them go at it for a little bit, but she also reeled it back in to the point where we were able to, get down to the bottom of it. I just need someone in the middle. I think it was Miami. I don't think it was Miami. I don't think it was Miami. No, unless it was Miami 1 and not 2. The reunion she did was what so well, but when she came on Make a Move, she didn't do a good job. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't remember Make a Move to be honest with you. Like the reunion part. I know it was her and the other lady. And that I wonder if they're gonna bring Make a Move back. Y'all think they're gonna bring Make a Move back? Aries, you gonna go and make a move? Cause they be looking for the girls. You gonna go up there and make a move? You gonna find you another? You gonna try this again and find you a new man, or what? Did you find you a man? You said hell nah. Marcia, I told Marcia, and Marcia said that they was trying to get her to go up there. She was like, no, absolutely not. I said, I know that's right. Everybody is tired of it. Ain't nobody trying to go back. But I wonder if they did make a move, who would it be? Like what girls would they what ladies would they get this time around? I don't know, but Make a Move was good, but I don't know. I'm more excited to see the Never Ever Meets, which starts next week. Child, who named that show? Like who sat down and said, this the name, the Never Ever Meets? Who did that? That is the most stupidest name I ever heard. The Never Ever Meets? Child, how we gonna even introduce? Hey y'all, it's Chloe. We're back with another video. This is the Never Ever Meets. Like, no, stop. Okay, just stop. Horrible. The name is trash. Okay. But we are gonna do the Never Ever Meets. Because y'all know they throwing a whole bunch of people in the house, baby. Y'all know I love when they throw people in the house, because when they throw people in the house, that means it's about to go down. And that's the type of drama I'm looking for. Okay. Set the tone for me now so I can know what this is about. so we can see how this gonna play out. But I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be real good. But I don't have that much to talk about. That's all I wanted to say about Ready to Love. These people got on my nerve this season. I am going to watch some more of the interviews if they do them. If they do the interviews and I feel like they're worth talking about, I will recap them. If they do them and I don't feel like they're not worth talking about, I won't. It's just that simple because I'm kind of like low key over it, and I'm really ready to get into some other things because one thing I hate is when the cash start lingering around too much. It just really irks me because it's like, come on, let it go. Y'all begged us to leave y'all alone all season, and now season's over, and you still want to be in our face. Like, make up your mind. Do you want us to talk about you or not? You know what I mean? A lot of them give that energy. So that's just that on that. I'm going to go watch Martha's Vineyard because I didn't watch that yet, and I heard that they acted a fool over there. So I need to go see what's going on with that. And in good news, Robin got fired from Real Housewives of Potomac. Good for her. And Candace is having a baby. Good for her. I'm happy she's having her baby. I feel like she was trying to have a baby for a while, so good for her. Hey Jay. And that's it. That's all I got. I'm jumping up off of here, y'all. I'll come talk to y'all later. I don't want to do maths. I probably won't. I don't know. I'll see. I don't know. Who else is reviewing maths? Because maybe I could double team with somebody and I could get through maths with them. But I don't think I'm gonna I don't know. Stop to give a like. Oh, yes, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me this season of Ready to Love. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Y'all know your girl will be sticking around for all the updates and all the things I'll bring them to you. Make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. Talk to Sean about maths. Okay, I'm a DM Sean then. Maybe he could do maths with me. Yeah. So make sure you guys are subscribed because y'all know I keep y'all updated on all the little things that be going on outside of the show, even when the shows are over. Thanks so much for following me this season. We'll be back for Ready to Love when the next season come back. We are going to do the Never Ever Meets, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, leaving your yellow hearts, and all the good things okay? And I'm going to talk to y'all later. That's all I wanted to do is just ramble about Ready to Love, and now I'm jumping off of here. Peace.